welcome to AB+Production Studios. And today I have the pleasure to have in my studio Kevin Schmidt. I'm not going to say Kevin Schmidt with what company because I'm going to let him introduce what exactly he does for many reasons. All I know is that as a super entrepreneur, I've been excited to interview him. And thank you for being here.
Sure. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. So thank you for the opportunity. Super entrepreneur. It's funny you say that. My wife gave me the term about a year ago as a serial entrepreneur. So that's currently, I think, what my job title is listed on my LinkedIn right now. So that's...
Is that what it is?
I think it is right
super
now.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah, definitely.
But real quick, before you got to the super entrepreneur world, tell me and my audience a little bit, how did you get there? What is the motivation behind and how did you manage to get to the point of super entrepreneurial title?
Yeah, so I've been born and raised in Destin my whole life. And from a very young age, I was instilled with values and hard work and things from my family. So starting at 13 years old, working my butt off all the time to have money to go spend on my own, whether it's down the harbor or whatever else we're doing. Just the hard work and drive has always been instilled in me. And so I've always been pressing myself, doing as much as I could, graduate college early, go get another master's degree, trying to educate myself, trying to do things and trying to take all the information and knowledge that I can. It's always been a goal of mine.
So you feel like knowledge is one of the things that helped you to start first getting into the entrepreneur world?
Yeah, knowledge and experience. And the driving factor, I think, for me, more than anything, is to be able to work for myself, to make the decisions for myself, not to rely on somebody else.
Have you ever worked for like a corporate company?
Yeah, definitely.
How was that for you?
Sure. I mean, my background is accounting, government contracting. I mean, I started in college working for a local defense contractor in the area. Did that for a number of years. Worked in their corporate office for a while, and then I dove into education. And the reason why I dove into education was because the passion of helping people has always been something in me. And to have the opportunity to work with the younger generation in the education setting was something very exciting and promising, and I wanted to do it. So we did that. So I've been in the corporate world, I've been in the education world, here locally, in Destin, Fort Walton County. And the whole time doing all those things, I always still had the passion of running my own business and working for myself and doing my own thing.
So how did you start going from that corporate world that you were quite fulfilled, satisfied?
Yeah.
Right? How did you transition yourself to where you are today, a serial entrepreneur? So let's break that down real quick.
Sure.
What exactly is that you do right now?
So I own and operate with myself and a partner and some other businesses that I have, but Be My Shopper is our grocery concierge service that we have. That's a family-owned business that was started back in 2012. We've built that from the ground up to where we are.
In how long?
9 years.
So there you go. I mean, building a business successful to that, it took you quite some time.
Yeah, definitely. And we've had a lot of growing pains. We've had to, achieve a lot of obstacles, overcome a lot of obstacles. And we've made changes over the years, and we've made improvements, and we've taken recommendations from our employees as well as our customers, and made positive, feedback from others, and we've
grown. So you recognize the need for it.
Definitely.
You stuck
recognize
with
the
it.
need. Yeah, and it's been fantastic.
It's been fantastic.
So we have that, and that's still going right now, and it's been a fun opportunity to do. I mean, it started as a weekend thing for me and my wife to go deliver groceries when we had some spare time, and then next thing you know, we're having kids and a family, and we're growing, and the business is getting busier, so we bring on local people that work with us and help. And then we also started Books by Schmidt. That's my accounting and bookkeeping firm.
So the grocery is a sustainable, successful business.
Yep.
And then you also now bringing into Book by Schmidt,
Books by Schmidt. It's a virtual accounting bookkeeping group, and we do small business bookkeeping for clients all across the U.S. We do basic bookkeeping, keeping up with people's numbers, providing financial information and statements to them, to full CFO services where we're doing cash flow and budget analysis and payables and payroll, everything.
Is that helpful to a business owner instead doing themselves?
100%. Yeah. I mean, like myself, I am an owner of multiple businesses, and so I can't do what I do without putting things in place to assist me. I have a team of people or different businesses that we have to help. So it's as my clients that I work with, when they bring me on board, it's usually something that they've always done themselves. That's what they've always done, but they're always doing it at nighttime on the weekends, and it's not what they want to
so
do.
it doesn't provide you the quality of life where
Yeah, definitely.
And that's when you're helping.
We can step in and we can provide them the increased quality of life, but we can also help them realize what's going on in their business financially, because sometimes as the owner you're working so hard on your craft or your service or the product that you're selling that you don't really get to dive into the financial aspect of what's going on.
Which is very important.
It is very important.
Right.
There's money in the bank.
Yes.
The bank statements come and they have the app on their phone. They're okay. They can make payroll. They're fine. But when you start diving into the details of your finances, you can really get a better picture of where you've been, where you're at right now. So the end result is so we can potentially grow, so we can make decisions, so we can cut things, do certain things differently, and
very
so forth.
important.
So bringing in somebody like myself allows them to have that extra time and understanding of what's happening.
And that is Books by Schmidt.
Books by Schmidt.
I love the name. I love the name.
Definitely. I might have to rethink it though in the future, because as we grow,
I like it.
It's no longer just Books by Schmidt,
I think that's fantastic.
So we'll see.
And then the other one that we have is
Kombi Keg.
Kombi Keg,
Kombi
Florida,
Keg.
right? I love the logo, by the way. It keeps
Thank you.
grabbing me.
Yeah.
Kombi Keg. Tell me
So-
about Kombi Keg a little bit.
It's my wife always gives me a hard time, because about every 6 months to a year I bring in new exciting ideas that I want to do. Kombi Keg was basically just started as off of a whim, really. My best friend and partner, Patrick Nazar, he lives in Atlanta. We've grown up together our whole lives, and we've always said we wanted to do something together. Just never have found what it's going to be. Kombi Keg on my Facebook, Facebook, they listen, they hear you. They knew I'm an entrepreneur, so they were targeting me, I guess. But it came across, and, see a classic Volkswagen van. It's a VW.
So this is a franchise, right?
It's a franchise.
'Cause I'm confused
Yeah.
about, I know you have the other ones that you started, but
Sure.
I was confused about the Kombi Keg being a franchise, and you said that you guys already
Yeah, so
sold.
we have a franchise here, Kombi Keg 30A, and it's what we brought to the area. It started in Australia, actually. The company did.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a group of guys out of Australia. Back in 2016, I believe, that started the company. They started mainly in New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, internationally over there, and then they came to the U.S. a couple of years ago.
So what exactly Kombi Keg?
What is it? Right?
Yeah, what is?
It is a classic Volkswagen minibus, a 60s model minibus with 6 taps off the side of it. It's beautiful. I'm sure we'll get some pictures or something I can send you.
Yes, please.
TV pops up. We
Yeah.
can watch games, stream football, sports, and movies, and Netflix, and YouTube.
Could you rent Kombi Keg for like a party?
You can rent it for your party. You can put it in your driveway and just have a cookout. You can have it at your festival. You can have it at your business. We've done everything.
So how Kombi Keg will help my party to be more fun and what I have to worry about?
Yeah, well, you can get your cooler. I don't want to say the brands of coolers, but
Right.
sure, you can get your fancy cooler and throw it on the ground and have everybody reaching in and grabbing their sodas and drinks and beers. Or you can have a classic Volkswagen that's cute, adorable, awesome, and it's a centerpiece, talking point to your event, to your party or whatever.
Now the drinks will still be provided by us. and
Yeah,
everything.
drinks provided. We do alcohol, non-alcohol, beer, wine,
So wait, you
margaritas.
bring the alcohol?
We bring it all. We work with you to facilitate it, and we pick it up at
Okay.
the liquor stores, restaurants, whatever. We have a person that's doing their wedding that has their own brewery, so they're using their own beer. They have their own brewery, so they're going to put their own beer in it. It's very versatile, and you can do a number of things with it. So it's a lot of fun. And then, like you said, we franchise them. So yes, we have locations in Orlando, Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, and soon to be St. Petersburg.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so
Where are you
much.
going next one? I see
Ah.
38 though. Is that on
So
38?
38 is ours. That's
yeah.
our local one here
Yeah.
that we run and operate. And the next one is, there's places out there that are inquiring, Miami and Daytona area. But right now we're just trying to, get it as far as we can in Florida. And, there's other places in the U.S. that have them, but we only operate and run Florida. So that's our primary focus, is to provide the support to our franchisees as well. By being an owner of our own has allowed us to have an insight into the business, and how to provide that support to them as owners now, and see their dream of owning this business, and then we can provide the support as well as an owner ourselves.
Now you understand why Kevin Schmidt, it sums up to a serial entrepreneur, but that's not all.
That's not all.
The last one that I want to ask you about, and I know we're going to have more, and
Sure.
I'm going to bring you back because I know you're going to have more ideas.
Yeah.
But I'm also excited to hear about you taking this road and leap of running for city council.
Yeah.
Tell me about that a little bit.
Destin City Council.
Destin City Council, yeah.
As I shared previously, my businesses, while they're different in their own way, I think there's an overarching theme of providing a benefit of value to the end user, to the customer, to the guest, whatever it is, the groceries, the event that you're having, your birthday party, and also the bookkeeping, the client. So my whole life, I've always been motivated of giving back, helping others, doing things.
I love that.
Yeah, and I grew up in the city, like I said, so I've been here for a long time.
Yet you could be comfortable because your businesses are doing well.
Yeah.
And still, you're going to the next level of taking so much,
Sure.
I would say, pressure, because
Yeah.
once you win, because I believe Kevin Schmidt will win. You have my vote, okay?
I appreciate it. Thank
and
you.
I want to make sure that the audience, if you do not know, reach out, ask questions. This guy is super friendly and will answer your questions. And ask why does he do it,
Yeah.
and if you think he's a good candidate for, why not vote for it?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
So what are you gonna do if you get winning?
So I've always, politics in general, government. I mean, it's a big thing, But my priority and passion has always been, what can I do right here in my neighborhood for my neighbors, my friends, my family? How can my hands go in and make a change just here locally? And so that's the driving passion for helping the city of Destin is the impact that I can have just here right now. Destin has been built from the ground up, a long time ago. We started as a fishing village, and we still have that. Our history is here.
But do you see
today.
changing
Oh, I mean, of course.
tremendously, dramatically?
We've changed over the years.
Can we help that?
Destin,
Can we help stop changing that? Because I see a lot of controversial.
Sure.
Keep Destin, but to me, I think it's growing. Either we want it or not.
Yeah, whether you want it or not, Destin's growing. And we've grown to a stagnant or an extravagant level where we're bringing people down here all the time. I mean, why wouldn't you want to come to Destin? It's the best place to come visit, the best place to live, and that's why I've moved 3 times in Destin. I just keep moving around. I don't want to leave Destin. I love it. But how can we support not only those people that are coming to visit, because I have businesses that thrive off of the people that are coming to visit. I love the tourism industry in our area. But we also have to remember the people that live here on a full-time basis. So we have to find a way to support both operations. Tourism is the second driving factor in our economy in our area behind the government, the military. So it's important that we remember those folks that are coming to vacation here. It's important to give them the things that they need to enjoy themselves that's going to have them keep coming back. But we also have to remember the citizens that live here on a daily basis that both earn their money and their salaries from the visitors, but they're also living here. And so, we want to continue making sure that we're growing, but in a safe and smart way to be able to provide the support and infrastructure for the people that are visiting, but also for the people that are living here on a daily basis. And I've always wanted to take a proactive approach into the local level. So too often nowadays, we see stuff going on around us and we say, where did this come from? What happened? How did this decision get made? And we're very reactive culture sometimes. And just here in our city, we're very reactive a lot of times. And so another driving factor of wanting to get involved is to be able to take the proactive approach to see these things at the very beginning stages that are being brought to the council, being brought to the staff, the workers of the city, to then be able to go to the constituents and the people, the citizens in Destin, to share with them what is being proposed, what's happening, what this can mean 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line for your family.
So you're
kids,
thinking
your
future for
parents.
the community
Definitely.
and then for your children.
Yeah, so I really want to take a proactive approach to be able to provide the feedback and the ideas to help Destin continue growing in the way it needs to be growing.
Well, kudos to you. That's a tremendous amount of I want to say pressure, because
Sure.
I don't know everything what entails
Definitely.
into running into that.
I'm not going to make everybody happy, Anna.
I know.
it's-
Hey,
the
but you're
pressure
not.
is I have friends and family and everyone around me, and somebody's possibly always going to be mad with whatever decision
But
I make.
your job is not to make everybody happy.
That's right. I can only do the best I can to make the decision that's researched, that enough information has been thought about, and make that decision that's going to
So when
be
is
best.
when is the city council voting?
The election?
The election, yeah.
Yeah.
Like let's
So it's
tell them.
November 3rd. It's the general election. It's the day that
So
the
who-
president's being elected for. So
Right.
everything. It's November 3rd, Tuesday is when.
Who
that's
are you
happening.
competing? Is that a good question to ask? Maybe I shouldn't.
There's 4 seats up for
Okay.
for election. There's 6 of us running. There's a handful of people that are running that I'm friends with. I've grown up in Destin with that we share similar views, and that we also share different views. So some of them I know, some of them I don't know, but it's going to be fun. I think we're all kind of waiting until this August primary is over for some of the other elections, and then I think once that's over in August, we'll probably start seeing a lot more happening with the city council election. So because we'll have a couple months to really get out there and make sure everybody knows what's going on.
Well, you have our full support.
Thank you.
And I hope the audience reaches
Thank
out to
you.
you and ask you more questions about
Sure.
that. I have a couple more questions for
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
How do you manage
How I manage.
on a personal level?
Don't tell everybody what's in
Hold
there.
on,
No,
it's
no,
water.
I'm just kidding.
It's really just water. You
Just water, right?
It's just water.
No, it's a good question.
How do you manage to, coming from the corporate world to
Yeah.
a serial entrepreneur, having a family with, you have what,
3
3
kids.
kids. Your wife has her own business. How do you do that? The balance of that.
Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's not easy.
Because your
It's not
energy is
always-
great.
yeah.
You're positive. You don't seem exhausted.
Sure.
So,
It's the backbone of the whole thing is the support that I have. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the support that we have. Both I have from my wife, my kids. I mean, I have 3 amazing kids. My 2-year-old. The support that I have from my 2-year-old is out of control because she wants to do everything by herself. So it's
That's amazing.
fantastic.
That's
she's
amazing.
She's already doing everything
Yeah.
for herself.
well, she sees her daddy doing a lot
That's
of
right.
stuff.
I mean, so
you lead by example.
yeah, I got to spend the first 6 to 9 months of her life at home every day with her, and she was on my
Aw.
lap, so she got to see me every day. But the backbone of everything that I do is the support that I have from my immediate family, my in-laws, my other family, my family, and just everybody that's there. We have a team that work with us. I mean, it's people that we hire. I can't do the grocery delivery in the capacity that we do without an entire staff and team that's out and about delivering groceries in a window of 4 hours on the busiest day of the week in our area on Saturdays. So everything that we have right now is really, I mean, yes, we built it. Yes, we started it, but I could not continue to do what I'm doing without the support that we have from both family, friends, loved ones, and also our staff that work for us. I don't sleep a lot.
Do you drink a lot of coffee too?
I've never been a coffee drinker, so
Me neither,
I
actually.
find ways to get my energy and caffeine and things like that. But I guess it's just always just the drive, really.
The
That pushes me.
drive.
I
I
mean,
like that, and that's what I wanted to get to the
Yeah.
bottom. What is it, the secret that keeps you to do what you do so successfully, and being a serial entrepreneur, running for the Destin City Counciling, having a family, the balance of that, your energy, obviously you're in good shape. There's a lot.
Sure.
But that's what I'm curious, like how do you
Yeah.
manage that? And you just said it right there, the drive.
The drive definitely motivates you and motivates me to manage it. Find the ways to manage it. I have, I'm a younger generational person, so we use technology, we use tools that are out there. I mean, there's so much available nowadays to help me and my family and my staff and everything else do what we're doing because of what's at our fingertips. And so we find
Like
those
technology
ways.
that you leveraging in your
Definitely.
working smarter, not harder.
Exactly. I've always been about working smarter, not harder. I mean, that's a common thing that I think a lot of companies and business owners, both in the area and out of the area, they forget sometimes because they're so tunnel vision of doing something
Traditional
one way,
yes.
traditional. They don't like change. They don't like things like that. So
well, it's not easy. Let's
not
admit it.
easy.
It does
Yeah.
take a little bit of time to understand the platform you choose to use,
Yeah.
which we invested some time to understand that the setup of a platform, right?
Yeah,
which can be
definitely.
frustrating. I can
Yeah.
understand that. Oh, I don't know how to do it. Well, take the time.
Sure.
Learn it, and then you'll see the benefits.
Definitely.
And it'll
Yeah,
sound like
it's
that's what you do.
Definitely, yeah. Change is hard, but we present it in a very valuable way.
How do you cope with this chaos and COVID-19, and how it impacted your businesses?
Yeah. It's been tough. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, unfortunately the unknown of everything, the
Uncertainty.
uncertainty, the conflicting information that we constantly get. It's so hard. I have to live every day with what's presented in front of me. Our businesses have been impacted. Our grocery service was shut down for 7 weeks while nobody was coming here to vacation. Kombi Keg is just starting to get going because people weren't having festivals. We didn't get to do the wine festival in April. The Harbor Festival. People's events are getting canceled, so that's been impacted. Bookkeeping has had a positive impact because people were really needing some help for federal funding and loans and things. So that's been good. And then the family. I mean, my kids have been at home every single day since March, and that's been amazing to have that time. But there's also time that I need to start working again and have, to continue working our businesses. But, we just got to remember that there's going to be an end, I mean, it's take this time that we have right now, the 7 weeks that Be My Shopper was down. I mean, we were just finding ways to improve, finding ways to tweak things. We built a whole new website for our rental partners that we could then offer to them that they took advantage of. And it's been the biggest success for them as well as us to continue to be efficient, automate. So during the time of downage, that's what we did.
So you took the time of downage and it turned to a positive.
Yeah, turn to a positive. How can we
make it better?
Yeah, I mean, we're presented with the situation that we're presented in. I mean, unfortunately, not everyone has the opportunity to, be in the position that we're in. I mean, people have employees and have payroll, and I understand that. And that's very hard. I mean, but again, there's things out there to provide assistance and get things like that available. But it's just, we just are continuing to fight and continuing to try our best to provide the best service and best
despite
the circumstances that we're in.
Yeah.
I mean, we're hopeful that we're going to be doing a private event this coming weekend, or whenever it's going to be aired or whatever. But and that's happening. I mean, people are getting together. They're taking the cautionary precautions that they need to take, and they're doing what they need to do. We need to try to be normal as long as we're following the guidelines that are set in place. As long as we're doing that, let's try to have a good time and all live and continue to try to be successful.
So the audience, what would you tell them to inspire them from the corporate world, from the dad, from becoming a serious entrepreneur, surviving through COVID?
Yeah.
What would be a good advice that you can give them?
Man, that's a tough question. But I guess for me, for my life and the past 10, 20 years, I mean, it's probably very, silly answer, but if you want to do something, you can do it. I mean, we live, and you probably hear this all the time, but we live in a world, in a country, in a city, in a town that the options are out there.
Absolutely.
And there's so many things that people can do. So if you have a dream, if you have something that you're wanting to do, I mean, it's scary to take that leap of faith, but present yourself with people around you that can help you, that can support you, that are there, because the opportunities are there, and you don't want to pass up on it if it's something that you're wanting to do and you have drive and determination to do it. I mean, set that goal and go for it.
Just do it.
Just do it. I mean, it's not easy. It's not like it's just overnight. Again, it's been many years that we've done, and we're going to continue doing. And we have goals. We have things that we set in place, but the opportunities are there. So.
Just keep moving forward.
Yeah, keep moving forward. Definitely.
Well, Thank you so
Yeah,
much. This
thank
was
you.
like one of like.
Sorry if I'm like all
No,
over the place.
you don't need to be sorry.
That's
Hey.
my life, 20 hours of the day.
You inspiring me, and I hope you inspire the audience watching this.
Sure.
If you guys find value into this, please share this.
Yeah, thank you.
Follow Kevin Schmidt, and why? Because I would go not in details of everything he does, but Serial Entrepreneurial. I'm sure we're gonna find out more things. Thank you for your
Yeah.
commitment,
Thank you.
and thank you for doing so many good things for the city and our community. I see you passionate. I see you very motivated to do well, and I'm sure that will serve you well.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Well, my pleasure. I mean, you started my day great. So, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions. We're signing off.